Hey guys, this is Rishi Chulani from The Dark Knot, and I would like to thank you today for taking the time out to watch this video. Today I would like to talk to you about different necktie fabrics, which is the last of our considerations. So I've gone over color, I've gone over pattern theory, I've gone over tonality, and now I'd like to talk to you about texture. Now, texture isn't something we always pay attention to, right? We just think about silk ties, and when we're first learning how to dress up, we're not necessarily thinking about texture. We just want to get our colors and patterns right so we don't look, so we look like we're playing the part when we go out. And now when you start to get more nuanced with your dressing and you want to add, different elements in to dress better, then we can start talking about textural variation, which really helps when you're layering, especially in the fall and winter seasons, but can also work well in the spring and summer when you know different texture properties and what seasons are best, applicable for. So why are silk ties the most popular? Well, silk ties have that natural sheen, they drape really, really well, they have high elasticity, so they can be, there's high tensile strength, you can pull it without, actually physically tearing apart the tie. And, it's all of those above properties with the sheen and the drape and the elasticity and the durability that make silk ties so popular. So silk ties can be worn year-round, right? You're not necessarily going to add as much textual variation because people are used to seeing a silk tie, but a silk tie like this, like the Hanover Abstract Blue tie, is going to look really good. It's a nice silk tie, in addition to any other silk tie you wear. Now, when you're looking to add textual variation, what really works is in the fall and winter seasons, you can wear woolen ties. Now, woolen ties add depth, they give you more texture, and they also have insulation properties, because wool basically keeps the body warmer. So there's a lot of different applications. Given, of course, this is an accessory, so it's not going to contribute that much towards keeping your body warmer because you're not wearing it directly over you like you would with a jacket or a shirt. It's on top, adorning your torso, but it adds that textual variation, and it goes well with the seasons because woolen jackets work well in the winter season. You could have a finer wool suit with like maybe a tweed jacket and then a woolen tie with a silk pocket square instead of this silk tie, and that's going to give you textual variation. So here we have, with a solid blue shirt, this is a wool silk blend. This is not a traditional wool tie, but it's a wool silk blend, a Woodstock burgundy that we have in the Dark Knot. And you can see that there is textural variation here. Looks different to, this is got more of a sheen. A wool tie is generally more subdued, and it gives you that elegant look because you have the textual variation, you have more of a subdued look, right? You can see this pattern is more subdued versus like this silk tie or this silk tie, which has more sheen to it. And so it just adds a different sense of refinement to your ensemble. It's really nice to have that variation when you're dressing up. Now, in other material that we can look at is linen. Now, we have linen inspired ties at the Dark Knot. They're not exactly linen, but they look like linen. They have that linen finish. But a linen tie works really well in the spring and summer months because it's a lighter tie. Now, as it is in the spring and summer, you want to dress lighter, which is why, and I'll go over this in later videos, things like linen and cotton suits work really well because they're lighter material. And a linen tie is also going to work well because it's lighter material, it's just less weight around your neck versus a woolen tie or a silk tie. So this is one of our linen ties, linen inspired ties from the Dark Knot, Brookfield Abstract. And it's got more of a lightish look and aesthetic to it versus a silk tie. This is more substantive. Wool is even thicker, but it's more of a subdued look. But linen's got that sort of summer airy feel, which is just really nice. And if you wear a linen tie with a linen suit, or even with a woolen suit in the summer, you're adding textural variation to your wardrobe. Now, the last material I'd like to talk about is knits. Now, you have silk knits, which can be worn year-round. You have woolen knitted ties. Knitted ties are great because they have square ends. So from a fashion and aesthetic standpoint, they bring something new to the table as well, as opposed to your traditional silk ties, which have your sort of triangular bottom. A knitted tie is going to have a square end, so it's going to give you a different aesthetic. It's great for dressing up a casual outfit. I wouldn't wear a knitted tie necessarily to work, but if you're at a casual event or some kind of cocktail party, not a wedding reception, like a cocktail party, you're out with your friends in the evening, you're out on a date, you want to impress, knitted ties look absolutely great. Woolen knitted ties are probably best for fall and winter, whereas silk knitted ties can be worn year-round. Now, this is a gorgeous knitted tie. You can see it's gonna add textural variation. So you have this knitted tie, and I've personally worn this knitted tie. We don't have them yet at the Dark Knot. I do want to introduce a line soon. You wear this knitted tie, with like this blue shirt, or you wear this knitted tie with, this checkered blue shirt here, and it's a definite conversation starter. Especially if you're going out in the evenings or something. A knitted tie is a great way to take a casual outfit and dress it up, or if you feel you're dressed too formal and you're about to go to, like I said, a cocktail party or something and you want to dress it down a bit, instead of wearing a silk tie, wear a knitted tie. And like I said, the square ends really add that aesthetic difference, and it's going to give your attire a whole new kick. And to be fair, wearing knitted ties is almost always a conversation starter, because while they're growing in popularity, they're nowhere near as popular because they haven't been as entrenched for as long as silk ties have, which have been synonymous with the workplace for so long. Even though that's receding now, they were synonymous with the workplace for so long. Knitted ties weren't. So you throw in a knitted tie and it's a real conversation starter, and the ties look fantastic, and it gives you that textual variation and depth in your ensemble that you're looking for. Again, please feel free to subscribe to this channel below, where you'll continue to get video updates from the Dark Knot about men's formal wear style. You can go onto our website where you can sign up for our newsletter or in a sign-up box, and you will get a 5-part blog series about how to dress well. You'll get 5 emails every day for 5 days about different, essential shirts you should have in your wardrobe, essential suits, what kind of ties you should wear. You'll get future blog updates. We've written over 150 style articles over the last 3 years, and discounted product offerings as we sell extensive range of ties, about 120 patterns actually, pocket squares and lapel flowers, and they all come with recommendations for matching attire. I'll have a link to the website below the video. Thank you very much once again for your interest in this video, and I hope it was helpful, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next video. Thank you.